NBA struggling with things, and the faces of the league are foreign players. Is that a problem? And does that hurt when the face of the league is not an American?
Mm.
Welcome back to the Hodge Pack, sports life and everything in between. We just got done with Team Chip being in our Potosi Live studio. We appreciate Chip and Benton coming in, talking about all things Team Chip, what they do in their dojo, in their program, and then also, the event they've got coming up Thursday at Potosi Live, breaking barriers in the evening with Kicks for Kids, helping to create this is a nonprofit that they have to help kids, maybe at-risk kids, to be a part of Team Chip. And did y'all ever do karate or anything like that?
No.
Not officially. I watched a lot of Ninja Turtles.
My brothers beat me up. But, wasn't very good at fighting back. I tried. A little scrappy.
Sounds like you might have needed some.
I mean, I probably do.
What about when you just said, I kind of like spar and, maybe choke somebody out?
That does sound freeing.
But,
yeah. Here, Johnson, I'm going to choke you out in the next break.
It's choke your coworker out today.
Well, I mean, that could be
But yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever did karate. I don't remember. But,
I think you would remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't really see you in a ring anywhere.
Oh,
Like
I
getting
definitely-
getting choked out.
See, the practice dummy. That's what they didn't tell me.
why do I have all this gear on? It'll be okay. But no, it was pretty neat. And Misty mentioned it in the break. But yes, he world champion. Like he mentioned a little bit about friends that had seen him on ESPN, and that's how some of the other places have now. They're not studios. I guess dojos. Like Montana and Mississippi and Oklahoma
And America's Got Talent. Remember, he was on America's Got Talent also, which is pretty cool. You can still look that up, and it'll show you the clip of it.
All right, so, and I do have a question I'm going to give, and because it was out of nowhere here in a minute. But what would you want to do? Like the Cutco knife could cut through a penny and a muffler and all that. What would you want to be able to just chop and break in half?
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know. It's not. I mean,
Because
anything.
well, I mean, you see the boards where they always do the boards and cut through, and they cut through either cut through a bunch of boards or kick.
Or bats. They've done bats before, baseball bats.
Well, I've always wanted to break a baseball bat over my knee like Bo Jackson. But,
If I
I
had
tried once, didn't work.
if I
It
had
broke your
protection
leg.
on, just line up a ton of glass plates, and if I wouldn't get hurt, I was just all the way and just see the glass shatter. I think that would be really fulfilling.
You better wear some goggles.
Yeah, I mean, I need to be protected so I don't get cut,
But I think,
but that would be legit.
but you
Can
see,
we get a slow-mo video?
yeah,
No, it's not.
there's
Picture
none,
it
Like-
now.
there's none of this that you want seeing in slow mo. But
And you have to make, sounds.
Like the bit would be worth it.
Yeah.
Just the facial expressions. in
Well,
slow-mo.
the other-
What sound are you making? That's another thing. You have to be there are sounds involved in this. Yeah.
But I think
I don't
the other deal that you see people break that I think is pretty cool is when they do the deals of ice.
Uh-huh.
They've got
Ooh,
lined
yeah.
up a bunch of ice, and they just kind of breathe in and all whatever, wax on, wax off, and cha-cha.
Yeah, that also just made me think of the power team ripping phone books. I think I could rip a phone book now. They're much thinner.
Ooh.
There's not near as many names.
Let's see it. Okay, I gotta find a phone book.
The problem is
Rip
the
it.
phone book now is literally,
Right, I'm
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It comes in the mailbox every so often.
or it's on the porch.
You don't even, there are whole generations of people that don't even know what a phone book is, so they're not impressed by the power team ripping phone books in half.
Let's get to, and it'll be a challenge between you and Hodge. Who can rip the phone book faster?
Okay.
Oh,
This could be good.
I wonder how many people don't even have a, random, I mean, this is really a spin-off. A lot of people don't have home phones anymore. You just have a cell phone, you don't have a home phone, so you wouldn't be in the phone book. And I find it interesting that people, are worried about online privacy and, you could just Google someone and it'll give you their address. I heard somebody say that the other day and I thought, well, forever you could just get the phone book and it will give me your address.
Yeah, isn't it
That's
crazy? It listed
like
everything. Yeah, address, phone number, all the things.
Well, it's like that. I heard a guy the other day talk about, everybody's worried about all that. Now it's like literally you had a book that let any psycho find you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing.
exactly.
And you didn't have to dig very hard. You just go to the local payphone and look at the phone book.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you're right. I just don't know why were addresses involved. Like, why were we sharing people's houses?
If I need to send you a letter, I can do so. Apparently, you won't get it, but
Yeah, because we just found out.
I got a text when I was sitting in the green room while you were visiting with Team Chip, and it was a friend of mine that sent me a picture of his Christmas card that he received returned to his mailbox yesterday. And so it says return to sender undeliverable, but the address that was clearly written on the card was correct. It was my address. And the post office somehow could not find me and sent it back to them 2 months later.
Well, you do live out in La Ponderosa. Maybe
Yeah,
they couldn't find it.
2 whole months. So maybe they were delivering it via Pony Express. I mean,
Telegram style.
Maybe just that day that mail carrier is like,
no, I'm out on this.
No
Well,
Christmas
But
spirit.
taking an early lunch.
That makes me think, like, I understand you wrote the wrong address or something like that, but it was correct. So
And you haven't moved.
no, mailbox is still there.
Maybe it's somebody was filling in that day. We'll just say, we're going to give the mail
So it
carrier
took them
benefit of the
2
doubt.
months to get around to getting it back.
I know.
Because it was a Christmas card, and that's important. And
What if it was a check?
What if it was like important?
Still
You know,
cashable.
There's a Seinfeld episode where the visa got misplaced and Abu it got sent back.
Yeah,
That could have been. That would have been bad.
That would be very bad. But anyway, so.
But no, it was cool having Team Chip in here and just hearing about all the stuff that they do. And can you imagine having? And I know it's across a few different states, but 1,000 kids that are going to that.
Karate
And,
Chop and stuff?
I don't know if y'all heard in there, one that's almost 70 years old still doing it.
It's amazing. I've actually, with Team Chip, he came to our Leadership Abilene and did a demonstration, and we wrote stuff on boards, and we actually broke our barriers and broke boards. And
You
so
broke the board?
I have actually ka-cha and broke the board.
Is
And
that
I
what
did
you
make,
did?
I think I did say ka-chow or something. I'm not sure what sound
So it
effect,
was like a
but
Batman
It was-
episode? But
it was
what,
like a squeal. Yeah, it was a squeal, but I broke that
Do you
sucker.
still have the board?
I think it's in the top of my closet, actually, because that was the whole thing. Like, we're breaking through these barriers, come back to the board, make sure you're doing better on these topics or whatever. But they do a really, really cool demonstration, and I've been through that a few times throughout leadership stuff, and very, very cool.
I have witnessed it as well. It is cool. But, I can see, and I know there's technique to it and stuff. And
It's this right here, baby.
Still be afraid I'd break my hand. But if I was really just gonna, and I've mentioned this before, I believe on the radio, but the one martial art that I really would like to be trained in is throwing ninja stars.
Okay, that really
Um,
could.
I
Do
bet
some
that's
damage.
not a class there.
Well, I need to find one.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to choke people out. He wants to
I
literally
want to
kill
throw a
them.
ninja star. Get a target, throw some
Hey,
ninja stars at it.
That's what the
I don't want to
athlete.
kill people. I just want to have fun throwing a ninja star.
Sorry, ninja star sounds so
Hey,
aggressive.
but if you think about it, you could do that like an Abilene axe.
Yeah.
Instead of axes, you're-
throw an
Ninja
axe.
stars.
You can throw a ninja star.
Hey, maybe you
You
should
can dodge
approach
a wrench, you can
them
dodge a shoe or dodge a ball.
for a new business venture.
Just
Yeah, I don't know that there's that many people that have a passion for ninja star throwing.
I bet if you started it, they
Hey,
might grow.
We will be your first two dummies that show up. Your test dummies.
Not be thrown at for the record.
No.
Yeah, when I get really good, I want you to sit this Coke can on your head, and I'm going to throw a ninja star at it. Like,
The ninja star.
I could just picture it, and it's making
I
me
will
laugh.
tell you, and again, sports life and everything in between. We are covering the in between right now. But the other thing that I always thought was fun in the movies is how quick people could do the nunchucks.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
And
the
not hit
nunchuck-
themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's the best video, is when someone nunchucks themselves.
And the nuns.
Jean-Claude.
yeah, if they nunchuck themselves in their numbs, it is a whole.
It is literally the sound effects though. Just now when you were like, "Pshaw," I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Well,
so
that's the sound
funny.
you have to make if you slip this
But if
thing.
you start doing the whole nunchuck things, and you're welcome on Facebook Live, and it's just crazy on how fast they do it.
They're really big in 80s movies along with butterfly knives.
Yes, and brass knuckles.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't forget about the brass knuckles.
Yeah, the brass knuckle. All right, so if you were going into a fight, what would be your?
Brass knuckles all the way, baby. Because I feel like I don't have a lot of speed anymore. You know, your girl's getting a little older next month for sure. But brass knuckles, like I think could do some damage with some brass knuckles.
I agree with that.
Right?
Well, I know outside of Ninja
That's
Stars.
Ninja Stars.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
I've always been entertained by, have y'all seen those things, the slapjacks, like the leather thing that's kind of weighted in the end, you
Yeah.
whack somebody with?
Oh yeah, that used to be a lumberjack match. Was the old school wrestling.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
got thrown outside, they were whacking you with those lumberjack things.
yeah, like, so that would be a good one. No, and it'd be discreet.
Well, the only bad thing about the Ninja
Wow.
Star is if you throw it and miss, what
Yes,
do
that
you
is
do?
the
Yeah.
problem, because, at the Buffalo Gap Flea Market, I don't know, probably in let's guess 1992, I bought some Ninja Stars. Because apparently that's what you sell an 11-year-old kid, is Ninja Stars.
Ninja Stars will
This
be in the,
fantasy has been brewing for a
the
while.
Ninja Stars will be in the podcast title.
So then I decided to go throw my Ninja Stars, and I put a piece of plywood like up on the fence, proceeded to then chunk the Ninja Stars into God knows where over the fence. It was pasture. It wasn't like I was going to hit someone's dog or something. And then I went to look for them, and I never found them. So
They're still there.
I mean, it's been a long time, but
Somebody's gonna come across that out in the field somewhere
And
and think they found a fossil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well, now
somebody
they-
died
they-
right here.
They did build a neighborhood back there now, so maybe someone uncovered. I had 3 Ninja Stars.
I
lost
need to
all
ask
3.
Papa Greer about allowing you to buy Ninja Stars
I
at
don't know
the
if there was any allowing that was done.
I got a feeling Papa Greer didn't know.
Like, you go to the flea market, you get turned loose, you got a $20 bill, you never know what you
Stash them away in your pants,
like,
yeah.
Did Jonah know you bought these?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
That was also during the era that again, I'm thinking, well, why do people sell this stuff? I also bought like a Rambo style, like,
Knife?
survival knife. It was so dull, you could not cut yourself with it.
Did it like pop out, like psh, you touch the button,
No,
and it-
no,
like
just
a
a knife.
switchblade?
It had a compass on the,
Oh yeah.
wow.
you could open it up and
For,
there's
like,
like matches in
survival.
there.
Nobody's
Oh,
getting
yeah.
lost with this knife and
Yeah.
Ninja Stars.
But I mean, you might as well just hit somebody with it because it would not cut you.
So what are you choosing? I'm going brass knuckles.
The nunchucks would be cool. The other thing is like
You would not be able to operate those.
Oh, no.
I want to see you operate
Yeah,
nunchucks.
please don't
Do
ever
they make-
try
Do they
that.
make like padded training nunchucks?
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they. But
We
I'm
could
gonna tell
put
you.
pulled noodles on his.
Pull noodles.
Pull noodles.
I'm gonna tell you the thing that I always thought made a cool noise if you hit somebody with it was those kendo sticks.
Oh, yeah.
It made that like.
I don't know what that is. A kendo stick. Is that
It
like
looks like a big old piece of bamboo.
Yeah.
Oh, not familiar.
Oh, but
Never-
it'll take you out.
Bamboo
Never
is a very good weapon as a child also.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, And so as your kids are getting dropped off to school or you're getting ready to work and you're ordering Ninja Stars, when we come back, we are gonna talk about.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
We'll be looking up Ninja Stars, nunchucks, and brass knuckles. We'll be back right after this.
Right. We're gonna be flagged in the system somewhere. Where it's like I don't even want to Google nunchucks and Ninja Stars.
I think that's fine. I mean,
How? Yeah. You're like I'm gonna buy some.
Haven't thought about this in a while.
So funny.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've never heard of. You said kendo?
mhm.
Kendo. I've never heard of that. But brass knuckles, I mean, that could do some damage. Like you could really mess up somebody's
Ooh.
face,
I'm gonna tell you, the
which
last,
I wouldn't want to do.
This is not what I was looking for, but it's
Shine Eye.
Ninja Star coat hooks.
Oh,
A shinai is a Japanese sword typically made of bamboo used for practice and competition in kendo.
yeah, I've literally never heard
A
of that.
shinai are also used in other martial arts, but may be styled differently.
You can get
Made of
safe
bamboo.
solid rubber training nunchucks, $17.99. Training nunchucks.
Okay, that's what you need.
I can assure you, the last thing,
He said,
Because-
sure.
Sure.
I
I can
can
assure you.
assure.
the last thing that they need at their house is kendo sticks.
Or training nunchucks. That
Or-
is,
Oh, yeah, please, yeah,
Because-
you can't buy your boys that.
Josh would be taking out, he would have one less twin.
Molly might could flip one over and take one of them out.
yeah.
Like, it'd be bad. Yeah, definitely don't give it to Barrett.
No. KarateMart.com. Ninja Stars for sale. Free shipping over $35.
Don't forget to send me whatever Chip sends you. If there's a
I
flunk.
need business in that too.
Okay, yeah, because then I'll post it with our pic. That's actually Colin's birthday. She's gonna be 12 next week
Oh.
on Thursday. Hard to believe.
Yep. No, it just turned 12 in December.
Yeah, hard to believe.
Definitely can get Ninja Stars online.
Just, this is far away, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you because it'll be here before we know it. There will be 2 Fridays in June I will not be here for vacation purposes. July 4th, I will not be here. Not that
What?
that's a shocker because that's a Friday this year.
What?
We'll be gone.
What Friday in June?
The first week in June and the 6th and the 27th because I'll be out of the country one, and then we have a river trip that last week with a full family Schlitterbahn, all the things. So,
I'll be out.
I'll text
I'll be out
y'all.
on the 20th of June.
which is the week before. So
Yeah.
I'll text y'all some of these dates. But I just wanted to let you know it's a ways away,
We're
but
going to Pittsburgh to watch the Rangers play the Pirates on the 21st. So that's my birthday.
oh, fun.
We're going to Cincinnati to watch the Reds play on Thursday.
Go driving?
Oh my gosh, how fun.
All over the country.
You are doing driving?
That's
Yeah.
gonna be so fun.
It's the only way to do multiple things. Flights are expensive.
So fun.
In Kansas City, 3 baseball games.
Super fun.
We are bringing the action to you. Tons going on in Hodge Pack world. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, KLGD1069.com. You can listen to the station anywhere in the world. Great music. JB, we coming in. Greg Austin a little bit later. And don't forget, tomorrow night at Hef's, the finals for the singer-songwriter contest here in the Mall of Abilene. Who will win? Who will be moving on to a chance to play out at Outlaws again? Mark Powell and their band will be playing tomorrow night as well. And so we're glad that you are with us. Again, we appreciate Coach Rick McCarty joining us on our Pest Patrol phone line this morning. Give Pest Patrol a call or a text, 673-6700, and they can take care of anything that's bugging you. They open up their new renovated semi-stadium tomorrow against Youngstown State as they play 2 tomorrow. 12 o'clock is the first one tomorrow. And then we appreciate Team Chip and Benton coming in to talk about all that they do. They've got their big event next Thursday, Breaking Barriers, an evening with kicks for kids. It'll again be February 27th, 6 to 9 at Potosi Live. We'll get the stuff on our Facebook page if you want to go and watch the kids perform and see what they can do. And so we mentioned earlier in the show also about basketball happening across the big country, playoff games. Today at ACU at 1 o'clock, Aaliyah Chavez and the Monterey Plainsmen will be playing Argyle. I believe Argyle may be the #1 team in the state in 5A, and so that'll be at 1 o'clock. Jayton and Gordon, again, two schools that we've had on the show, Coach Blocker and Coach Reed. They'll be playing at 6 o'clock at Wiley tonight. Both won the state championship in football. And then Friendship and South Lake Carroll playing in town. Eula and Hermley are playing in Lubbock for the regional final there for a chance to move on to the state semifinals. And Coach Fostel posted like for the first time since like the 80s on the girls' side. So lots going on, lots of happening. So be sure you go find out where you can get that, watch some good basketball. And always don't forget to download, subscribe, rate, review on the podcast. You can get that and tell your friends as well. So, what do y'all got going this weekend? I'm going to save the face of the franchise thing for next week. So what do y'all have going this weekend? How are you going to make it work? Is lunch happening for you at 1?
I don't know. I'm going to see. If not, obviously, I'll just try to watch it, while I'm working, listening to it. Tomorrow, so Colin's basketball team is undefeated for Wiley Little Dribblers, and so we are in the championship tournament this weekend. So she plays tomorrow morning, and then we'll play for the championship on Sunday. So
2 days.
I know. I'm not quite sure why they did that. They must need the gym that afternoon for something, but
It's when? Saturday and Sunday?
yeah, we play tomorrow morning at 10, and then it said Sunday at 3. So I guess I'm putting it in the universe that we will take the dub and be the champs. So we have a pretty stacked team. It's we've been really doing well. So I feel like that we'll take that easily.
Oh, wow. Shots fired. Kind
Oh,
of like Draymond Green that said we're going to win the championship. He just guaranteed it.
I thought kids sports were about having fun, not stacking your team to go undefeated. But apparently at Wiley.
No, at Wiley, that's what we do. We're winning, okay?
We'll put all the good kids on this team. They'll stomp everybody else. It's a learning experience.
Collins got so lucky because it was a draft, and I don't know how we got on this team, but we are stacked. Everybody hates us. I'm sorry. I didn't have anything to do with it, but my kid just got lucky. But yeah, it will be a situation happening on Sunday.
Who do y'all play tomorrow? Do you know?
No.
Doesn't care.
Yeah.
When you
Somebody
got,
else's stupid kid.
yeah. When you know you're guaranteed to
We're
win.
playing the kids that suck, and my kid is good.
No, my kid is just, an average player. We just have some really standouts on our team. So
y'all are done with basketball, right?
Yes, we finished last Saturday. Unlike the Wimps and Wiley that need 2 days to do a tournament, both my boys and Molly, they played 3 games apiece last Saturday, so I got to coach 6 basketball games, which meant I had about 15,000 steps from pacing on the sideline. Right, and that's not a joke.
From frustration?
Well, no, Molly's team lost in the championship game. My boys' team had a rough go of it. There's
Some work to be done in the off season?
well, no, it's just learning how to best communicate to first graders, but they'll be second graders next year. So
It's got to be a lot
it's
easier.
going to get better every year.
Yeah.
With the communication.
But we the boys got 4th place. We lost in the 3rd place game for the final game of the day. So it was a busy Saturday.
So does baseball start tomorrow? Hopefully.
Well, we
it
had
needs
our
to be
first
there.
baseball practice 2 weeks ago. Last week we canceled due to the fact that the wind was blowing, I don't know, about 100 miles an hour. And so tomorrow it looks like it might be a little chilly, but the sun's supposed to be out and it's not supposed to be windy. So we're planning on firing it up and playing some baseball.
So how long before the Hodge Pack team has a game?
Well, the first games are on March 17th, and so
St.
Oh,
Patty's Day.
That's nice of them to have
Yeah.
kicked everything off during spring break when you would want to be gone.
yes, it starts the week after spring break, so that's when the season gets underway as far as games. So we'll have practice up until that point, and then we'll see.
Do you know what y'all are called?
We're the Bears.
The Bears. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Like Chicago Bear colors, Baylor Bear
Yeah,
colors.
It's green and gold.
Did you name them?
Well, it was a selection process. I mean, the league, each division in the league has a pool of, there's some are major league teams, some are minor league teams, and the machine pitch is what the boys are playing in, they're college teams, so definitely wasn't going to be the Aggies or the Longhorns, like there's just,
So you got to pick what you were called? There were established teams already?
Yeah, here's
draft
like,
style,
like
right?
here's, yeah, it was a draft.
Yeah.
So part of we had the baseball draft. I was the last pick in the draft, which meant I had the first pick
On the way back?
of uniforms. So I just went ahead and picked the Bears. And then the downside was that maybe the last pick on practice field time. So I got Saturday at 4 p.m., which it's still like kind of messes with your day.
Yeah.
But that was the only time available. So
Kind of ruined your Saturday.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be earlier in the morning, not because that pushes into practice from 4 to 5:30. If you have dinner plans on Saturday night, you're pushing into that. So it's not ideal.
So I got to ask this question: if they would have given you a better practice time, could you have been a different team?
I didn't have the choice. I mean, as far as I guess I could have traded somebody. But
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess you could have said, hey, you know what? I know I'm supposed to get to pick uniforms, but I'm going to sacrifice. We're going to be called the Red Raiders or the whatever.
I mean, I would have taken whatever I got, but I probably would have made that trade. But yeah, I didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
But obviously, I am a Baylor fan, and my nickname and just as a point of reference, my nana, who just passed away this week, her funeral's on Monday, 96 years old, was a great lady, and had been struggling recently, so it was one of those things that it's time and life will live. But she initiated my nickname being Bear. She called me Joshua Bear forever ago, which all like through college and stuff. There's people that I still see today that they still just call me Bear. I don't go by it as much anymore, but that has always been my nickname. And so, just fits. Just we'll be the Bears, and obviously that's what I call Barrett. Bear. So, that's kind of the long story made even longer. And thank you for listening.
There you go. The Bear is the Bears, and again, Josh mentioned it. Again, 96 years old, long time.
Yeah.
And read the obit. It sounded like amazing lady, and so of course we feel for Josh and Jono and their family, and it's good to have that. Josh Bear, though, I don't know if I'll ever call you Josh.
Joshua Bear, I like that. I call Josh Joshy.
I will say the irony is it's probably one of the best shows that we ever had involved the Care Bear. When we
that was one of the best questions I've ever come up with.
Was that from you? And I know we only got a minute.
It was from me.
No, I didn't know if you did it or if it was a listener.
No, it was just like I couldn't sleep one night, and I don't even know. It just came out of left field, and I was like, I put it in my notes because I did not want to forget.
Oh, I do that. I've gotten to where if something pops into my head about the show, I have to make a note, because if not, like last night when I was watching TV, and unfortunately part of our Lawrence headline report was Wimbyamba out for the rest of the year and Zach Martin retiring. And I had to put that in my notes because I knew if I didn't, it would not have made the rundown to talk about it.
I do the same thing. I have one of the notes on my phone is just a running topics for the show, things that popped up that week that I need to remember. So I'll open that up and look at it. And things to zing Hodge about.
Yeah, like the duo question literally came to me at like 8 o'clock last night. I was like, what am I going to ask tomorrow? And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, ooh, and I literally don't even know where it came from, but I thought that would be a good debating, question for us.
Oh yeah, and we did. We could deep down we gave answers, but we're not 100% confident in those answers because there are so many. Hey, we appreciate you very much. We appreciate Coach McCarty and Team Chip joining us this morning. Don't forget to download, subscribe, rate the podcast. JB Cloud coming in. Of course, Greg Austin a little bit later, and Jones will be back with you on Monday, and of course, High Lonesome over the weekend as well. Have a good weekend. Don't forget the singer-songwriter tomorrow night, and go shop for some Ninja Stars. See you next week.